Over here.
No.
Okay.
Hey, we're live.
Hi, we're live.
So Philadelphia got something really cool happen to it this week, and in honor of that, I'm going to ask you, what's the nicest hotel you've visited? Any place?
So, stayed at or visited?
Stayed at. Visited.
Okay.
Visited.
All right. Yeah. So, can I give a little tip?
Yeah.
So, when I was right out of college and I was working in the hotel industry and I was making very little money, I didn't have a whole lot of disposable income to like go out and play. But when I had a little bit of money, instead of like wasting it on, well,
You can waste money on anything.
you can waste your money on a lot of things, but I would save up and I would go to the Four Seasons, and I was living in Boston at the time, and I'd go to the lounge there and have a nice glass of wine and like an appetizer. That was like my big fancy evening for the month.
So we'll get to
It
what
was a
happened.
really lovely experience.
We'll get to what happened to the hotel in Philly, which the hotel in Philly was really cool, but
Yes.
some of the hotels we've stayed at that are very nice, that are different. The Drake in Chicago, storied old hotel. Iconic. Would not pass ADA standards these days.
No, there are a lot of steps here and there, but
man.
It's beautiful. We were there right around holiday
We had
time.
We had a suite. I think I remember. We actually had.
It seemed like it took up the whole floor.
It did.
Okay.
It took up three walls of the floor. We had 16 windows. I remember going around and we were looking at the lake. And it was just so big. I just remember it was so huge.
It was nice.
But the hotel itself, we've been there at Christmas, and it was really decorated beyond belief.
So next time you're in Chicago, if you get the opportunity, we definitely suggest if you're not in a position to stay there, it is actually fabulously located because you're right at the tip of Magnificent Mile and like right at the tip of the Gold Coast. So it's a great location. If you can't stay there, go there and have a cocktail at the bar, or they might have tea available.
They do the tea service.
Some hotels still, I don't know if they still do that now.
The other thing they had at the hotel,
they had Santa.
They had Illy coffee.
Oh, they did.
That was ridiculous.
We had a bit of an addiction. Actually, we started drinking Illy like at home because of that. Yeah.
So and right around
a few years.
Staying in Chicago, right around the corner, very close to that hotel, is the Sofitel. This place is just—it's
stunning.
European, small, efficient rooms, but every amenity you can imagine in the room. I mean, just
gorgeously designed, just really well. And for a room that wasn't necessarily big, but
I remember something really small that was kind of cool. So you get the hotel keys, and a lot of times, if the key doesn't work, it flashes red. This key, when it didn't work, it flashed green, just very lightly. It's like
it's
not quite great, versus wrong, stop. That was just something. I remember they had the chef there.
Nice.
You had to have a license to produce charcuterie
and cheese,
and he produced it in-house. It was phenomenal. It's the only time I think I've had charcuterie for breakfast, and it was phenomenal.
Yes. So, and then they have like the most perfect flaky dark chocolate croissants. Remember?
And free coffee and croissants for breakfast.
You had to eat something. You had to wear something different to breakfast because you had to take it off.
But if you weren't eating formally in their hotel, if you were not eating formally in the restaurant, they gave them for free. You just grab a croissant and that bagel and just stupid, so good.
And also on the Gold Coast, and also gorgeously located. Just
they're walking us from each other. Interesting story when they designed the building. They called it the Black Knight to the White Queen or something like that.
I can't remember what was it. Was that water tower?
Yeah, it was designed to complement the very tall building. It's a very tall building. The Willis Tower, or the Hancock. The Hancock Tower.
Yeah.
It's right across the street, and
they're close.
One shorter, and you can see each other.
And there's a little park right down at the bottom of the.
The whole thing's beautiful.
It's just a beautiful area. It's beautiful. There's another Chicago hotel that probably has my heart.
What is that?
Shoot. I'll think of it.
There's a hotel in Chicago, I forget the name of it, was actually rated one of the top 10 hotels in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right now.
Ooh.
And that's where we're going to.
Well,
on
we
this,
gotta check that out.
So
Anyway.
let's go West Coast.
Okay.
Del Coronado. Beautiful
I've
hotel.
not had an opportunity to stay.
We haven't stayed there, but we've been all over the property and some
We
food
will.
there. And it's right on the beach. And it's
This year we're gonna
if
stay
you look
there.
up the Del Coronado, or better, just if you want to know what it looks like, just type in San Diego Red Roof White Hotel. You've seen it in pictures. You've seen it in movies.
You've seen it in movies,
It's
right?
phenomenal.
It's been on TV shows. It's another one of those iconic hotels. I would say we've stayed at some pretty interesting places in San Francisco.
San Francisco or San Diego, or both.
And San Diego.
But so let's go
Okay.
inward. Let's go
I'm
inward
jumping all
60 miles from
Okay.
San Diego.
Okay.
To the Kimpton Palm Springs.
Oh man, that was fun.
When we first got to this hotel,
It was brand new.
It was brand new, and we were staying in a suite. And I thought the suite was
Small. When you first walked in, you kind of thought, but again, you have good design, which it was excellently designed.
Oh, phenomenal.
Superb.
Once you sat down and you engaged with the room, or we used the room when we travel a lot of times, we're usually spending 1 or 2 days actually working in the room, not just like we are at home. We're just working. And I remember sitting there on the couch the first second, like, this really works. It really works.
The design was
Beautiful hotel.
The bathroom was beautiful. The balcony was beautiful.
Beautiful lobbies, beautiful
Yeah.
wraparound balconies, staring at them out. And then the funny thing was, after we were there when we were brand new, and then I've seen many celebrities post pictures from that same room when they stay there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we were in the right room.
we were.
The funny thing too is sometimes when Gus and I travel together, and we always travel together, a poorly designed room, we're bumping into each other inside the room. Like, it doesn't matter how big it is, but if we're trying to like fight for mirror space or bathroom space
Places
or
in Boston
something.
like that.
Which one? Oh yeah, you felt that.
The
way.
90
We're not gonna. Okay.
I didn't mean to mention the name.
Whoops.
Oops.
Anywho, moving forward, yes, but that brings us to another hotel in Boston that was an absolutely beautiful experience, which was the Encore.
Oh.
So the Encore is not actually, first of all, it's a new property.
They call it Boston.
It's right outside of Boston I can't remember the name.
Something Ireland.
I think it started with an E.
Yeah, E something.
Elliot or something.
Ellis.
Anyway, it's just literally like welcome to, and it's right outside there, but it's just a couple of steps outside of Boston proper. But
ridiculous, beautiful hotel.
wow!
Thanks to Smart Meetings for having us as guests there.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful hotel.
It was basically, it's a beautiful property. It's a casino hotel. They have the casino running. The guest rooms are just beautiful. Yeah.
It should be for how much they are.
Yeah. Well, we had a high floor. It's very art focused, which is nice.
Suites.
So
Beautiful.
you can see we have a Kandinsky print behind us. When we were at the Encore, there were Matisses on every wall, which was like, oh, this is fun.
Fresh flowers.
I love
Like the
that.
sculptures and everything.
This is so nice.
There's fresh flowers.
It's
Okay.
beautiful. It's just beautiful. So anyway, that's our Boston pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay. Let's go East Coast south.
Okay. Where to next?
I want to get the name. Don Cesar.
Oh yeah, St. Pete Beach.
St. Pete Beach, Florida. Don Cesar. Reminds me of what the Hotel California.
Yeah.
They
The way they describe it in the song.
it's just got the arches, the pink building.
it's
It looks like the Hotel California from the album.
The funny thing is, it actually was built as a hospital.
As an army hospital, yes.
And so somebody came in, took over the property, and just it's what, a 4 or 5 star
5-star hotel.
5-star hotel.
Phenomenal.
Excellent food, excellent bar, beautiful lobby. Highly recommend.
High quality contacts at the hotel.
Absolutely.
If you're that type of people that we are, like talking to.
Yeah, you know, as we're
Anybody.
chatting at the bar, you're shocked, aren't you? Can't help ourselves.
Anyway, yeah, great property.
Yeah.
Other side of the state.
Yeah. Which one are you thinking of? Are you thinking of the JW?
Oh, the
In
JW. The JW Marriott's really nice.
It was in Marco Island, right? Was that the one?
Oh,
we're talking about?
they have basically competing
Yeah,
JW
we're coming-
Marriott. You got the one on Marco Island and you got the one in Aventura. They're both really nice
The
properties.
one in
They sell
Aventura is the Turnberry, right?
Marriott, though, right?
It's a JW Marriott Turnberry,
Right.
and it's beautiful.
The JW Marriott
Very
in
nice.
Marco Island is their flagship
It's
store.
Also very beautiful. And
When you get that far south in Florida, There's no windows like
Can
on
you
the
go any further
restaurants.
south?
You can.
Oh, really?
You get wet though.
Oh.
Yeah. You get the keys.
Oh.
You can go further south.
No, I get it.
But
Okay.
anyway,
Like,
beautiful. It's just so nice and so warm and so beautiful down there all the time. It's just stupid.
It is.
And the hotel itself, so people work there. It's like working in paradise. So the guest services are just
everybody's
nice.
in a good mood.
Everybody's in a good mood all the time. It's just like so nice.
It's that way at the Trade Winds.
The Trade Winds Resort.
Resorts.
Trade Winds
back in St. Pete Beach.
Back in St. Pete Beach, Trade Winds is not as upscale as the other places we're talking about here.
Friendliest place. It's
if you've
so
worked there 15 years or less, you're a newcomer.
You're still a newbie. Yeah, they have people who have worked there for 20.
Every time I get in an elevator when we're at that property, I joke with the workers like, "Hey, you're new here, aren't you?"
Yeah.
I get it. 15, 20, no, 25 years. Okay.
Love it.
Where else?
What else?
Nice hotels we've been to.
I've been to.
We're going to a beautiful hotel this weekend.
Ooh, we are.
That's sort of how you say it.
It's
The O Palm Beach.
Yes.
Smart Meetings is taking us there to showcase that property. We had the privilege of staying there earlier this year. It's a solid 4 to 5 star hotel.
It was previously a Ritz-Carlton, and you can absolutely tell that from most of the touches in the lobby level.
Who's the
Jonathan Adler?
Jonathan Adler designed every
guest
room.
rooms. So much more
remind me of
contemporary in the guest rooms, and then more traditional, stately in the.
You know what reminded me of in the guest rooms?
Tell me.
And don't laugh. It was like Alice in Wonderland. The colors, the pop, beautiful.
Has a lot more whimsy and fun. Yeah.
They had this amazing swing on every balcony. It's just perfect.
I really liked that thing. I was like, oh, this is kind of goofy.
And
I sat down at it and I'm like, this is really comfortable.
She was snoring 2 minutes later.
Stop.
Well,
Yeah.
it was that comfortable.
It was.
I had to take her champagne out of her hand because I thought it was going to spill over.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Anyway.
You're so good to me.
So let's talk about what happened in Philly.
What happened in Philly? Oh, yes.
Condé Nast.
Yay.
Reader's Choice Awards. Awarded 4 Seasons in Philadelphia.
The new one.
The new
Cheers,
one.
Guys.
The 23rd best hotel in the world. The 23rd best hotel in the world is in Philadelphia. It's number 6 in the United States. Number 1 in the Mid-Atlantic region. We have been there. You get off the elevators. You go into the restaurant.
By the way, the elevator ride up to like the lobby level.
It's on the outside of the building.
It's on the outside of the building. Of course, it's glass, so you can see like the whole. What is it, like the 60th floor or some like crazy?
It's up there, but everybody does the same thing. They get off the elevator and they walk towards the restaurant and they go.
It's unbelievable. It really is beautiful.
It's such a beautiful view.
Once again, if you don't get a chance to stay there, we've actually not stayed there, but we had about the most amazing lunch.
And we also toured.
We took a tour of the property, and it was just beautiful.
I had one of the top 5 iconic, or shouldn't say iconic, one of the top 5 most unique dishes at a restaurant that I've ever had was there.
Which is odd because Gus likes to eat funky food, but this one was.
I had on the appetizer had. I gotta make sure I get this right.
Tuna noodle.
Sushi noodle appetizer is what it said.
So the expectation in your head was
some sort of soba noodles or noodles with sushi on it with a wasabi dressing and some soy. That's what I had in my mind.
So what came out?
What came out, literally it took my mind a second to go like, oh, the noodles were made out of tuna. So the spaghetti was cut from the tuna and piled up like a plate of spaghetti on the plate.
Except that was the sushi.
And that was the sushi. It was so unbelievably good and tasty. I will say it is a 5-star hotel. It also has 5-star pricing. So be prepared. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hotel.
Cocktail a beautiful view. I mean, it's the highest.
Dress
Yeah.
appropriately.
Please dress appropriately.
Don't dress like we are tonight.
Yep.
Dress appropriately as you go there. We're not dressed.
No, I would never wear this to the Four Seasons.
No, we'd wear this to the spa, walking from our room to the spa with a robe on.
You know, because you're getting a massage or something and you don't care. But yeah, no, to have a drink at the or a cocktail in the bar, I would definitely dress.
But kudos to the Four Seasons,
well
Philadelphia,
done.
Comcast headquarters
building.
here in Philadelphia. They have multiple buildings here in Philadelphia. Comcast was instrumental in getting them there and putting that together. Hey, Gene, good to see you again. And Alex, still here. Good to see you. Anyway, Comcast was instrumental in bringing them in, and the whole building is just world class. It is.
Speaking of world class, can I just scoot this in?
Yes.
We went to the art museum for the Jasper Johns exhibit.
We talked about this, yes.
And then, well, world class was a term you used for the museum, and it's always been a terrific art museum, but there's that extra Frank Gehry touch on it now. So if you haven't had a chance, check it out. So in Philadelphia, you're going to stay at the Four Seasons, and you're going to go to the art museum, and
you're going to grab lunch at Reading Terminal.
There you go. See, we got you set. You're set. Go to the Knicks or Molly McGuire's, or honestly, any place you go in Reading Terminal will be so awesome. So,
they even have a donut place I haven't had a chance to try yet.
How about Germany Brothers can get your cannoli?
Ugh. The best cannoli in the country.
Yes.
Anyway.
We'll just put that there.
The Power Conference to Advanced Women, theadvancedconference.com. We are in talks with two really high-level named, nationally known, internationally known speakers. We can't
tell them. We can't tell you who yet.
But it's.
So stay tuned.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I mean, you pay no, you can't pay $97. Price went up.
Yeah, the price went up today.
$197,
but still, for $197, 4 incredible sessions, and
less than $50 a session.
We're on the path or on pace to actually have more speakers than we had originally expected to schedule. So
it's going to go longer?
Value add. Yeah. We'll start at 1 o'clock. It might go a little bit past 4 on some of the days that we have
I feel
the sessions. Excuse me.
Feel lucky.
You are lucky.
I'll have to work longer.
You're a lucky man.
Okay. Anyway.
Thanks for joining us.
Good night.
Today.
We'll see you tomorrow night. And everybody have a very productive day tomorrow.
Woohoo!